So
That's funny.
staying on the offensive side of the ball,
Yeah.
tight end position, Dawson Knox. Does he get another opportunity next year to be the guy at tight end, the number one player? He was drafted more so for his athleticism. He was pretty raw coming out, but he didn't make that jump that I think a lot of people were expecting. So if the Bills could make a run at a Zach Ertz or someone else maybe that gets cut because of the cap situation across the league.
Kyle Rudolph, who's been in the news this week.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, so if should they go another route, almost like they did this year with Greg Olsen? They wanted Greg Olsen at one point. They were in on him. They were a finalist for his services. Should they go that route, or does Dawson Knox deserve another year to prove he can be the guy at the position?
I think that if they do decide to go with someone else, they got to go with a veteran towards the end of his career, because that's a young room. That's a room that doesn't have a ton of veteran leadership in it or have a ton of experience in it. So if you do go get a guy in Ertz, a Rudolph, who has probably got 2 good years left in them, right? I still think those guys have good football. They're not Jason Witten or someone who's like literally you're looking at like, dude, come on, like you gotta call it here. This is brutal. I mean, I still think Kyle Rudolph is just a completely underutilized tool for the Minnesota Vikings. He would be a perfect fit in Buffalo, in my opinion. He would fill a huge void. He would bring some of that run game that you want out of your tight end, because he's basically a 6'0" lineman that is like throwing into a mattress. I mean, he catches everything you throw to him. But I think that's not saying, hey, Dawson, you're not the guy. It's saying, hey, Dawson, we're bringing a guy along that's going to help you grow into the guy in 2 years or a year and going to help you. And every team has 2 tight ends that can really do a lot of good things. Every good team. I mean, unless you're Travis Kelce and never come off the field, like you've got 2 really good guys that come in. And I think there's nothing wrong with bringing a veteran tight end in to help his growth, help his development, and give Josh another outlet and a safety net, especially against some of those pressures and those blitzes.
Yeah, what kind of relationship did Stefon Diggs have, going back with our tight end talk, with maybe a Kyle Rudolph? Because if he becomes available, Buffalo obviously would want to do their due diligence, and who better to talk to than Stefon Diggs?
Oh, he'd tell them to go get Rudy right away. I mean, Rudy was such a leader, especially for a young guy in Diggs, where Diggs was still kind of a young guy figuring it all out. I mean, Rudy was kind of had his fingers in everything, especially that 2018 or 2017 year. My last year, like he was so important to our offense, and really, and even in 2016 when Sam Bradford and him basically just played catch the entire game, a lot of times because he was so good. And I think that if Diggs could say anything, it'd be rave reviews about Kyle Rudolph, which I would say too, because he is an incredible human and an even better tight end.